if you've been living under a rock, how could you possibly not know that I have been building a friendship community for me and all of my friends to live in when we grow up. So I asked all of my friends what their dream homes looked like, and then I made them. And we are finally making my house and Nick's house, I guess. He lives here too. This is our dream home. You can see that I am struggling with it a little bit because, as it turns out, I would like to have a very large home someday, and there wasn't quite enough room here to do that. So there are a few things in a dream home that are important to me. One of them is that it is all on one level. That is incredibly important to me. I love a ranch home. I like the functionality. I also like the eco of it all. Like, you pay less money trying to heat and cool your whole house if it's all one floor. And maybe it's also just because I've always lived in a ranch home. Like, growing up, both homes that I lived in growing up were ranch homes, and the home I live in now and the home that we fixed up way back, those both are ranch homes. I just like it. I lived in a townhome in college for a year, and I hated having to go up and down the stairs to do laundry or answer the door, or if you forget something in your room, you have to go all the way upstairs. Like you might call it laziness, and I would respect it if you did, but I also just feel like efficiency of it all. So that's a big thing for me, is I want it to all be one level, which is kind of difficult because I also like the idea of having, there's a word for it, like separate living quarters, where like the owner's suite is on one side of the house and then like other bedrooms are on the other side of the house. That can be a little bit difficult too. When you're doing all one floor, it's hard to separate those. And then another part is that I hate like fully open living concepts. I like a semi-open concept because I hate when you're in the living room and you can't hear the TV or you can't hear a conversation because of everything going on in the kitchen. Or if you're in the kitchen and you're working, like, you have to be listening to whatever someone else is listening to. I also just I don't want the smells to carry and permeate as much as they currently can. I know that that's kind of out of fashion. It's not like a full thing. I don't want it to be completely closed off. I would just like for the flow to be like living dining kitchen versus like dining living kitchen. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it will. It won't in this build. This build unfortunately did not reflect that. There was not the right room, and honestly I've tried to draw it up a few times and I'm not sure how to make it work right now. That's probably why there are people who are professional contractors and engineers who know how to do this, but I personally don't. The other part is I have no idea what my exterior style is. That may sound really dumb. Interior, I want it to be cozy mid-century modern. The exterior, I'm really not sure. I ended up downloading some CC for this. This is my first actual build that isn't about CC, that has CC in it. So that's fun. It was just some wallpapers. I didn't download anything else, but I did download some wallpapers because lately I've been obsessed with black houses. I love, love, love a black exterior. I still think white exterior is super classic and in right now, but I feel like that has been sort of bastardized by farmhouse, and farmhouse is definitely not my vibe. It probably would have been 5 or 6 years ago, but it definitely is not for me at all anymore. There are things about it that I like. The cool thing about design is that all of these styles and genres, they flow together. So there are things about it that I like, but as a whole theme, it's not really for me. So the other really, really important part that excludes this from being like Nick and I's dream home is that, unfortunately, due to the size of this lot, we were only able to fit in one car garage, and that absolutely will not fly with Nick. He is a big garage boy. He's so stereotypical. But he is. He loves his garage. He loves having a big garage. His dad has a giant garage, borderline bigger than their house, if I had to guess. So he needs more garage space. First of all, we have to both be able to fit in the garage, and then he has to be able to fit his motorcycle in the garage, and then he needs to be able to fit a bed for our dogs inside the garage, and then he also needs cabinetry and space to work on stuff. And this lot did not allow for that. So there are multiple reasons why this isn't our end all be all dream house, But like this is a cute house that I definitely would live in for sure. The other part of doing a ranch home, especially in The Sims, not necessarily always in real life, but in The Sims, is they lack curb appeal often. Like often they lack curb appeal. So on this house, I did put a second story box on top of this so that it gave it a little bit more height. In real life, you wouldn't have to put a full-fledged upper floor. You could do like a half wall situation and have the same kind of look without it seeming so tall, but that's kind of how I mitigated that issue. I struggled with the floor plan a lot because, like I said, it just wasn't big enough to allow for the type of floor plan that I would ultimately want. But I mean, I like this floor plan. It's not like it's not nice, and I don't dog on anyone who likes this. It's not like it's not nice. It's gorgeous. It's just not for me. But I really, really enjoyed the dining area. The kitchen is really cute. It's just, it's too close to the living area. I want to be able to separate that just a teeny bit. I also probably in real life would have wanted like a bigger mudroom area, but I didn't want to take away too much from it. A big important part, that's something I love about this house, is it has so much natural light. The bedroom's not as much, but the main living area, like there's one really big window in the living room, and then in the dining room there's another huge window overlooking our backyard in my real life house. And our house is north facing, so like there's not a whole lot of good natural light, especially in the morning. But our dining room, that window is on the south side of the house, so like that gets a lot of really good like afternoon and evening sunlight. I cannot wait for it this spring and summer. We've only lived here since beginning of September, so like the lighting is kind of, it's a little off, but I can't wait to see it and how it comes through in the spring and summer. It's going to be gorgeous, darling. But here we are kind of doing the backyard. I was getting so frustrated with the interior and the layout that I went into the backyard and started giving myself, I definitely want like a covered patio area. That's something we don't have right now. And then a not covered patio area. I kind of went back and forth. The only reason I really didn't give us a pool is because we were going to have a communal space coming in a couple of weeks that will have a pool in it. So I wanted a grilling area. I wish we grilled more. I guess we really haven't had the chance since moving here because we moved here in late September. I wanted to put in a hot tub. The other thing about this house that we would never want in our dream home is being so close to our friends. Ideally, we would live in like hundreds of acres so that there was enough space between all of our houses that we weren't, looking into each other's bedrooms from our living rooms. Like when Nick and I sit in our Sims hot tub, we can definitely see Gwen and Aaron in their Sims hot tub, and we can probably even see Michael over at his fire pit by himself in his house. And like that's cool for Sims, but real life that would be kind of weird. I mean, we'd make fun jokes of it, but it'd be kind of weird, right? Anyway, so since building this, I have made attempts to build an actual dream house, and actually the one that I started doing is on this exact same lot, but it's just our one house. Again, the purpose is that this lot is very secluded looking, like you have neighbors, but they aren't super close. You kind of have enough space to have all the amenities you want in your backyard, but property around your backyard, like our current backyard and our one at our previous home, like that we fenced them in, and our fence is, on the easement line. So someday it'd be great where that didn't have to necessarily be the case. I also like this lot because it has obviously a wonderful view. But yeah, so our real life dream home would be considerably larger than this someday, just because we do a lot of crap. And again, like you have to consider that this lot is, I think, 1 or 2 tiles bigger than like Gwen and Aaron's lot next door, but they have a second floor, so that doubles their square footage. So like it seems like this house is really gigantic, but the truth is it's all on one floor. So everything that they have, like we have to put that on the exact same plane. Does that make sense? So it's not necessarily that I need a gigantic home. It's just that I need it to all fit on the same level. But I've also sort of started rethinking that a little bit. I told Nick that, like, so Nick and I do want kids someday. Not anytime soon necessarily, but someday. We've talked about having kids someday. And my big thing with not having a second floor is because I don't want to have to carry children up and down stairs. Like, that makes me incredibly nervous. Again, I did not have stairs growing up. I had a boyfriend in high school. I literally tripped. Well, I slipped. I didn't trip. My sock slipped on his stairs at literally the third from the top stair, and I slid all the way down. I about broke my butt. I was in so much pain. And I don't know, something about that has always really scared me. Like, it makes me nervous to have children and then, like, having to take them up and down stairs. So I don't know. That makes me nervous. Sorry, I'm trying to connect my thoughts and I'm having a hard time. So, like, I feel like having young children in that kind of scenario does not work for me. But, like, someday when, say we have a couple of kids, when they're at the age where they can, like, live their lives a little bit, where they can walk up and down stairs in a safe manner, like, maybe then. I've talked about this before. There's an Instagram account that I love called Nesting with Grace. They bought this house in Utah that overlooks, like, the mountains, and it's an old 70s home, and they have completely renovated it, like, took it back to the studs and actually added a secondary story to this home. And their second floor is literally just their two daughters' bedrooms with a Jack and Jill bathroom in between. And first of all, I am enamored with this home. I don't love all of their, like, finishing design styles, but their, like, choice of floors and a lot of their, like, tile choices and paint choices, I'm in love with it. This house is beautiful. It's black and has, like, stone. Oh my god, this house is so gorgeous, dude. Truly, like, oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. And easily this house now is, like, I don't know how much houses cost in Utah, so maybe not that much, but this house looks like it could be well into the multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially with how the market is today. I think it's 5 bedrooms, and then it's got a full basement, and, like, their backyard has a beautiful pool, and, like, that, oh my god, the house is so pretty, dude. I'm obsessed. I'm stupid obsessed. The second floor has just 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So I feel like someday when our potential future children are grown and they can get themselves ready and up and down stairs on their own, they can put themselves to bed, like, that would be kind of cool, because I think that gives you more, like, curb appeal of your house, but maintains my personal efficiency of being on the main floor. Does that make any sense? Do other people think about this crap, or is this just me? Like, I get caught up thinking about this crap. Another really important part of a forever home for me is not having, like, your living room right at the entrance. I need a formal entryway. I do not like where the front door just opens right into your living area. Even if it's just like in this house, it was just a little hallway that goes into the main area. Like, that's perfectly fine. But I love a foyer, which is also hard to have if you don't have a staircase. Like, a foyer seems kind of silly and empty and useless without a staircase, but it's important to me. I hate sitting on your couch, no pants on, and the delivery person comes to the door and you have to sign for something, and it's like, I gotta put pants on, I gotta do a thing. Or, like, the Mormons come. It's funny that I was just talking about Utah, but, you've got those, like, traveling religious people trying to give you a Bible and, like, save you, and, like, you don't want to be saved. So I would like to pretend that I'm not there, and I can't do that if you can see me sitting on the couch with no pants on, living in sin from the front door. So it is very important to me to have a separate entryway. But we're moving on to the bedrooms right now. Like I said, Nick and I don't have kids right now, and this ended up only being a 3-bedroom home. I think ideally we would have more bedrooms, but that's just how it worked out in this house. I just, like, whatever. So the first bedroom we kind of created Nick did not have any hand in this. He literally was like, I trust you. The first bedroom is just a guest bedroom with a double bed, and then the second room upstairs is an office space. So yeah, I can make my like Sims videos in there or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're kind of basic. They're kind of plain. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on these 2 rooms because they just really weren't that important, I guess. But then there's a bathroom upstairs. I've always wanted to have a like bathroom for your children, or you know, these bedrooms, and then a like powder room in a different part of the house. And unfortunately, the way that this one worked is that the powder room is like off of the kitchen. It's not directly off of the kitchen, but it's too close for me. I've said this before. Your bathroom should not be that close to your kitchen. Their fecal matter's flying. I have strong feelings. I have very, like, I think, bizarre hang-ups about home design. I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know. Is this anxiety? Insert that meme with the butterfly. He's like, is this anxiety? Because I think it might be, unfortunately. And then I've said before, Nick and I have a billion pets. Just kidding. We have 2 dogs and 3 cats, which is entirely too many. So I wanted to make sure that we had a cat tree in here, and then there's, you know, various pet stuff throughout the rest of the house. In the garage, I did put a bed for the doggies to lay on while they're hanging out in the garage. We call them garage doggies when they're in the garage. And we've been renovating the upstairs of our current house right now. So the dogs have been hanging out downstairs to be kind of out of the way. And we call them downstairs doggies when they're downstairs. Do other people do that? Anyway, we're working on the bathroom now. I want to have a giant walk-in shower with at least 2 shower heads. Strong feelings. And then I would love to have a big fat soaker tub so that I can take a bath without my whole legs being out of it. If you're cold, if part of your body is outside of the water and in the bath, it's not worth taking a bath, in my opinion. And I'm a big girl, and I would like to be submerged, so I need a deep tub. Thank you. I'm not very tall, but I got a lot of body to put in there. And then I put a window in because that's nice for natural light. And I figured we're on the edge of this property, so it's not like this side of our house is going to get a lot of traffic. So yeah, but then the bedroom is pretty big. I didn't put closets in any of these houses, I don't think. I think I gave one to Jennifer, but like for the most part, I didn't put any closets. They're hard to fit in. And then I put a makeup table. I love doing my makeup. And then a little sitting area. When I showed these to my friends, because I did show everything to my friends before posting it, my friend Erin was like, it's kind of weird you got some chairs just facing your bed. That's kind of weird, Leah. And I was like, okay, it is now that you've said it, but it wasn't before. So that's fun. That's all I'm going to think about now. Thank you, Erin, for that little additive. Thank you so kindly. So this room I spent a little bit more time on than other rooms, obviously, because this is Nick and I's room. And I don't know if this is exactly how we would want it. I don't know. I mean, I think this size is nice. I want a king size bed. We don't have that in The Sims, but that is ultimate living my very best life goals, is having a king size bed. I want a big bed so badly. I'm a very restless and light sleeper. I have a lot of sleep anxiety, meaning I have a very hard time falling asleep and a very hard time staying asleep. And then after I don't stay asleep in the middle of the night, I have a hard time falling asleep after I've already woken up. So I sleep really terribly, and like, it's not Nick's fault, but I'm such a light sleeper. If he just like rolls over at all, I'm awake. He doesn't wake up. He can have a full-blown conversation with me in his sleep and won't wake up. But I am awake if he even just like, heaven forbid, farts in his sleep, I'll wake up. So for me, a king size bed, and again, this probably has to do with anxiety more than like just physiological response, but like, we always sleep well if we're sleeping in a king size bed on vacations, or anytime we've been in a hotel with a king size bed, sleep so well. And I think it's genuinely just because there's enough space between us that like, I can't feel him rolling over every time he does. That's the ultimate. I would love to have a king size bed. Our room now just like barely isn't big enough for it. If we had like a walk-in closet and didn't have to have so many, like, we have 2 dressers. We have a dresser and like a chest of drawers in our room. And if we had a big enough closet to like eliminate those, we might have enough room for a king size bed. But as it stands right now, we just don't, unfortunately. Anyway, that was the main floor. So like I said, everyone in this build has a basement, including us. We have a basement right now. We've been getting a lot of use out of it lately while we're renovating the main floor. But our basement in this build is mostly so that our nieces and nephew can come stay with us. Like I said, we don't have kids right now, but Nick's brother and sister have 3 kids each. So that means we get to be the cool aunt and uncle. We're definitely the faves, and we love them so much. And like right now, we just don't have the furniture or space to have them stay at our house all the time, but we would love to have that. We would love to have that. So I set this room up downstairs with enough room to sleep all 6 of our nieces and nephew. We have 5 nieces and a nephew. Bless his heart. But yeah, I just made this cute little kids room. It probably seems really weird. Like, why would you ever need this? But yeah, we have it. How cute would that be? This is like the basement was our way to like be able to do whatever we wanted to do. It's why Aaron has a science lab, a mad science lab over there. And it's why, you know, Marissa gets to have a Christmas tree up year round. So I wanted to be able to have something that was like ridiculous and something we'll never get to have in our real life, and put it in this house. And then otherwise we just have like a lot of room for storage. We have a basement bar and lots of like stuff for our pets to hang out on, and like, you know, all the kids to come over and play with. Like, this is where we would hang out with them essentially. So yeah, anyway, that kind of is like the end of what I can really talk about. Hi Mowgli. I haven't asked how you guys are. I feel like I haven't asked how you all are in like a couple of videos, not just this one. Obviously not my last two videos, but a couple videos. Mowgli, please, sir. I talked about pronouns coming to the game and Black History Month and following more Black creators. And yeah, I would just like to echo that. Respect people's pronouns and follow more Black creators. Love more Black creators. Celebrate more Black creators. Just a follow up on that. But we're getting towards the end of this video. Oh, I did have another guest room down here, just in case, like, my mom wants to come stay, or Nick's parents want to come stay, or somebody, our friends, I don't know. Oh, our friends don't have to come stay, because we live in the same community in this Sims world. I almost forgot. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cool things coming up. This is the last regular house on this lot, but there are 3 more videos detailing the like rec space and shared spaces. There's a whole lot of basement going on here. Obviously there's 5 basements, but then there are a few things that connect all of our basements together, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to talk about that process and to share that process. A lot of firsts for me, and I'm just so stoked. I'm so excited. Once we're done with all of this, I do plan on uploading everything to the gallery. I'm a little nervous because it's a lot to process. By the time I got to this part of the build, there was a lot of lag because there's just so much crap on this lot. But hopefully I'll upload it to the gallery, and then I'll have to pull stuff down from that to be able to like upload one individual thing by itself. But we'll see how it goes, you know. But I didn't want to do it until everything was done. So yeah, I'll do that eventually. And then, of course, those are my hidden bookcases so that I can connect all of our basements together so that we can get to our shared rec spaces underground. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm just trying to fill out this like last minute or so of voiceover that I need to. And I'm really just trying to take a little afternoon nap after this. It's Friday. It's my day off. All I really want to do is take a little nap. So if this minute could just go by, okay. I think we're here. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you don't already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both of those are at Hawkinsimmer, just like here on YouTube. That's also my gallery name. So yeah, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my videos. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday at around 4 p.m. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
so sleepy.